Awesome. Thanks, Laura. Well, that's a good thing. We all feel like we're together, even though we're not, right? Physically, but awesome. Thank you guys. All right, cool. Sarah, perfect. All right, right at 7:15. So a couple notes before we get started. Follow my verbal cues. So you're going to see me do a left foot when I'll be saying right. So just follow my verbal cues just because it's reflected. I'm home with my kids and my dog. So as you guys knew last week, that for people that tuned in, you heard Ethan a little bit. So you might hear some family stuff, little cries or laughter or toddler running around upstairs. So just so you guys know about that, okay? The playlist I posted in the Facebook video I did this afternoon. So feel free to upload that playlist if you can't really hear it right now. So you guys can have some music if you want. Hey, Em. And what else do I want to say before we get started? This video will be available to you guys later too, so feel free to do this all week. And let's just have an awesome time together. I miss you guys so much, and this is so fun. I look forward to doing this with you guys each week, and I want to keep going, so let's just keep doing it. Thank you, John Gilman, for letting us do it and watching the kids. All right, guys, so get started. Let's turn the music off just for a second. I want you to come into a seated position. I'm gonna get pretty close to you guys so you can see me a little bit better for this. So before we even start to move, we're gonna come into some breath work, which I always love to do. And this breath work, some of you guys have seen before. If you've done my virtual run yoga series or been in class with me before, it's called alternate nostril breathing breath. So what we're gonna do, a couple logistics. Take your middle finger, place it right in between your eyebrows. And then you're gonna take your ring finger and place it right over your left nostril. And you're gonna take your thumb and place it right over your right nostril, okay? So let them just hover here for a second. Again, you have middle finger right between your eyes, you have ring finger above your left, and you have thumb above your right, okay? So first instruction, take your left, I'm already messing it up. Take your ring finger, place it over the left nostril, and lift this thumb up and just inhale through your right. Close off the right, lift off the ring finger, and exhale through left. Now inhale through left, close it off, lift up the thumb, exhale through right. Now inhale through right, close it off, exhale through your left. Inhale through your left, close it off, exhale through your right. Inhale through your right, close it off, exhale through your left. One more time together. Inhale through left, close it off, and then exhale through your right. And just continue this alternate nostril breathing breath on your own pace. And see how slow you can allow your breath to be. So even though we're confined to our homes, we're not moving out and about the city, we're not running around from one thing to next. Energetically, at this time, we can feel very scattered. We can feel out of our own rhythm, we can feel out of our own routine, we can feel really anxious just with everything that's going on. And what's great about running and movement, it's a way of breaking through that stuff, that heaviness that can weigh us down, that can confuse us, that can bring anxiety in. But there also needs to be some grounding with that as well. And this is where breath work becomes so important. It's this way of grounding and this way of just finding clarity in space. And what I love about this is a little bit more action oriented. So sometimes when I tell myself just to breathe or just to feel my breath or whatnot, it's like I need something to do. And so this alternate nostril breathing breath, it gives a little bit of movement, it gives a little bit of that action so you can ground a little bit more. So we're going to start our practice with that. This is a way of feeling a little bit more clear, a little bit more grounded, especially if you just came from your run too. a way to give our heart rate a way just to slow down a little bit. In our practice today, it'll just be a nice overall yoga for runners flow. So a little bit of movement, a little bit of stretch. I'll make sure there's a nice Shavasana. Just so we can find some nice grounding. Because again, even though we're not moving as much as we usually do, it's still important to find stillness. It's still important to find quiet in this space. And as you go through this breathing exercise, just notice what comes up to surface for you, where you're drawing your thoughts, your energy. And can you allow yourself just to be a watcher of that? What I love about running, what I love about yoga, it's these practices that allow us to step outside of ourselves for a moment and to feel a little bit more clear. It gives us perspective. And again, with everything going on, we can just feel so trapped in our thoughts, trapped in our mind, trapped in our feelings. So let the breath, let this practice tonight be a way of allowing yourself to find freedom from all that stuck energy. And then just do one more cycle on your own. Let your hands just rest down onto your thighs, onto your legs, whatever seated position you're in. And let's just breathe together. So take a deep breath in through your nose. Take a nice exhale out. And two more like that. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, breathing it out. Last one here together, guys. Inhale, breathing in. And then exhale, letting the breath go. And whatever seated position you're in, take an inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And then on your exhale, let your arms cactus, let your chest open as you draw the tips of your shoulder blades in as you let your heart lift up towards the ceiling. And then two more times like that. So inhale, arms reach up. And then exhale, just let your chest open. And last one here together. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, let your arms open. Bring your hands behind your head. Take an inhale, let your head just lean back into your hands. See if you can take your elbow tips a little bit further back. And then notice if you're jetting your ribs out, can you pull the navel to spine so feel your belly engaged a little bit. And let your head just become a little bit more heavy. And then open up to that space that you're creating right into your chest. Take a deep breath in, inhale. Take a nice exhale. And last one here, inhale, breathe in. And then exhale, breathe out. Now take an inhale, bring your shoulders back over your hips. Find a little bit more length through your spine, so put the crown of your head up, inhale. And then exhale, we're gonna take a nice side body stretch. So just lean up and over to the right. Just one of my favorite stretches. Draw your left hip down. Take your left elbow tip back and over to the right a little bit. And you're really focusing the stretch, the breath right into this area, which we know can get really tight, especially the lower back area. So really send breath and space into this area that I know is tight for me. It could be tight for you as well. And then right hand comes down to the floor, to your mat. And we inch the fingertips a little bit more over to the right. Take your left elbow tip, bring it over just a little bit more and further back. Take an inhale, breathe in. And then exhale, take a nice diagonal twist. Left elbow finds your right knee as you just round your upper back. And then inhale, lean back, let everything open. And then exhale, round, curl in. And last one here, inhale. And then exhale, round and curl. Let your left hand find the floor or your right outer thigh. And just let your upper back just dome, drop your head down a little bit, and see if you can just find a little twist. So you're breathing right between the shoulder blades, you're letting your head get really heavy. At the same time, you're pinning your left hip back and down, so again, it creates some space. Take 1 round of breath, breathe in, and then breathe out. And then inhale, reach your arms right back up. We're gonna take it to the other side. And your exhale, cactus your arms, bring your hands behind your head. Take an inhale, this time just lift right up, straight up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, you're gonna take it over towards the left side. And we hold here for a moment. So right elbow tip moves back and moves over to the left a little bit. Hip draws down a little bit more. Again, breathing and creating space right into that side body. And then let your left hand just meet the floor, the mat, into the fingertips a little bit. And then lean back a little bit more. So it's gonna open up more space for that right lower back area, that QL area. And let's move into it. Take an inhale, lean back. On your exhale, right elbow goes right toward the direction of that left knee diagonally. Inhale, open it up. Exhale. Last one, guys. Inhale. And then exhale. Your right hand find the floor or your left outer thigh, whatever feels best. And let your head hang heavy, round your back. Let your head just fall. Again, you're anchoring that right hip back a little bit. So take 1 round of breath, breathe in. And then breathe out. And then from here, walk your hands to center and come into your tabletop. Come onto your hands and your knees. And we'll just start to move a little bit more. So take an inhale, come into your cow pose. Let your chest open, draw those shoulders in. On your exhale, find your cat. Let your head fall. Let your upper back round. 2 more times like that. Inhale for your cow. Exhale, round for your cat. And last one here, inhale. And then exhale, round. Find your Anahatasana. So from here, keep your hips over your knees, walk your hands forward. This is an awesome chest opener. Let your forehead meet your mat. Let your belly and ribs sink down towards the floor. At the same time, you're trying to create space between the shoulder blades. So see if you can peel them away from one another. And then butt keeps lifting up high and back. Take 1 more ounce of breath here, breathe in. And then breathe it out. Let's do some core work here, guys. Come into your forearm plank. So bring your shoulders over your elbows. Walk your feet to the back of your mat. 2 options here. Knees can be lifted or knees can be down. From here, pull your belly up and in. Squeeze navel to spine, especially on those exhales. And then hug elbows in. Pull your heart forward. Make sure you're not rounding and looking back. You want to create length to the back of your neck. And then we just breathe and be in this moment, guys. And this is where we practice being in the work, being in the chaos, being in the stress of everything. Can you challenge yourself to stay positive? Can you challenge yourself just to breathe? To breathe in this moment, to be in this moment. And to step outside of the moment. What is it teaching you? What is it saying? Take 2 more rounds of breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. And last one here. Inhale. And exhale. Drop those knees down. Come into a nice child's pose. Knees come as wide as your mat. Feet come together. Hips sink back. Let your forehead meet your mat. And release that effort. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then exhale through your mouth. And 1 more, just like that. Inhale, breathe in. And then exhale, breathe out. And then make your way into your downward dog. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back. And pedal it out here. So pulse your heels back and forth. And feel free to take a shorter downward dog than you normally would in class, a typical yoga class. And by taking it shorter, you should be able to allow your heels to come a little bit closer to the floor, and you'll get more of a stretch for your calves and for your hamstrings. So you're more than welcome to take that shorter downward dog variation for practice today, just to get a little bit more stretch in those areas. And just take 5 deep rounds of breath here. Last rounds of breath, guys. Breathe in. And then just breathe it out. And then lock your feet to the top of your mat. Take an inhale, come into your flat back. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach down into your feet, reach your arms up overhead. On your exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Stay here for a moment, let your eyes close. Take a moment to notice where you are, not just physically, but mentally. And can you allow yourself to experience this moment fully by feeling your breath, by noticing sensations, and allowing yourself just to take a deep breath in and take a deep breath out. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, breathe in. On your exhale, forward fold. Take an inhale, come into your flat back, look forward, weight towards your toes. And then exhale, step back to plank pose, feet walk to the back of your mat. So 2 options, knees are lifted, or again, knees can be down. Shoulders are right over those wrists, spread your hands out as much as you can. And then root down into your hands, root down into your feet. And pull belly up and in. And then smile, because this is so fun, especially for me. Woo. All right, guys. We're here just for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, bring your shoulders forward, let your knees drop. We're taking 5 chaturanga push-ups. Keep your gaze forward, bend your elbows backwards if you have them in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Child's pose. Bring your feet together, knees get nice and wide, release that effort. Let your forehead sink into your mat. And again, we breathe together. Take a deep breath in. Take a nice deep breath out. Return back into your downward dog. Tuck those toes under, lift your hips up and back. Return back to those 5 rounds of breath. Last round of breath here, guys. Breathe in. And then breathe it out. Make your way to the top of your mat. Take an inhale, come into your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down into your feet, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Again, take a moment to pause, to feel, to notice. Take a deep breath in. Take a nice deep breath out. And then inhale, reach your arms right back up. Exhale, forward fold. Take an inhale, come into your flat back. Exhale, step back to plank. Again, option, knees are lifted or knees are down. Feel free to do a combo like me as well. And then be in the heat, be in the work, be in the challenge. And find that steadiness with your breath. Find your steadiness with that positive way of thinking. Maybe it's coming back to your run tonight or something you did for yourself today that brought you happiness, that brought you energy. Can you bring that into this moment? Notice how it can change things. Take 1 more round of breath, breathe in, and then breathe out. Shoulders come forward, knees drop. We got 5 push-ups, guys. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Child's pose. We bring it back, 3 deep rounds of breath. Last rounds of breath here, breathe in. And then breathe it out. And then downward dog. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back. We're gonna start to move into a nice flow. Walk both of your feet together. Take an inhale, reach your right leg high. On your exhale, bend the right knee, let that hip open up. Root down into your left heel, a little bit more weight into the right hand as you draw your right rib cage down towards the ground. Take an inhale, then exhale, draw your knee into your nose, round as you bring your shoulders forward over your wrists. Inhale, bring it up and back. Exhale, round and curl it up. Last one, inhale. And then exhale, round and curl. Set that right foot forward to the top of your mat, and then drop your left knee down. We're gonna come into a nice low lunge. So untuck your back toes, root down through your back shin and your right heel as you reach your arms up overhead. And same thing we did last week. Let your weight move forward a little bit. So feel the pelvis dropping forward, but then root down into your right heel and find a lifting up and lean back from the wingtips of your shoulders. Now look up, reach up, let your palms touch. On your exhale, cactus your arms. Bring your hands behind your head. Lean back, same thing we did earlier. Just let your chest open, draw tips, elbow tips back, draw shoulders in. And send breath right into the front of your chest. Deep breath in. And then deep breath out. Now inhale, bring your shoulders over your hips. On your exhale, twist over to the right. Release the arms, left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back. Bend a little bit deeper into the right knee. Draw your right hip back behind you a little bit more. Take an inhale, then on your exhale, twist a little bit more. Right hand connects with your back left leg and reach your left arm up and back. Take an inhale. Stay for exhale. Then inhale. Reach those arms right back to where they were. On your exhale, watch me, this is confusing. You're gonna open up to warrior two on the ground. Some of you guys did this before. You're gonna swing your left shin back so it's parallel to the back edge of your mat. And then walk your right foot over so your heel's in line with your back knee. Now bend into your front right knee so the knee comes right over that ankle. And then arms just reach out. And then maybe you go a little bit further. Feel a little bit more of a stretch to the inner groin, inner thigh. Keep rooting down through that back shin to lift shoulders up over your hips. And then take an inhale. Let your right leg straight, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, bend back into that knee. A couple more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last one, guys. Inhale, reach those arms up. The right leg straighten a bit. And then exhale, come right back into it. Now hold, keep the right knee bent. We reverse, so left hand connects to your back leg and just reach your right arm up and back. Breathe here, take a deep breath in. And take a nice deep breath out. Let your hands find the top of your mat, frame your right foot. So you're gonna swing your left shin back behind you. Wiggle the right foot over. So it's back in that position. So it's right next to that right thumb. And let your hips just melt forward and drop your head down. Go over to slide that left knee back a little bit for a little bit more of a stretch to the left quadricep. And then just move your hips a little bit side to side. Take one more round of breath here, guys. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Now take an inhale, lift your chest up. Then on your exhale, half split. So back your left hip up right over your left knee. Let your right leg straighten. And even slide your right heel forward just a little bit. Flex the toes up towards the ceiling. Now find length through your spine. Take an inhale, look forward. And then exhale, just fold. And this is nice if you guys have blocks or if you have water bottle or clothing or books. You can place your hands right on top of those objects. So you can find a little bit more ease as you drop into it. Last round of breath here, guys. Breathe in. And then breathe it out. Now gently slide that right heel in just a little bit. Come into runner's lunge. Tuck your back left toes under. Lift the back knee up. Just look forward. Take a breath in. And then exhale, left foot meets your right. Take an inhale. Come into your flat back. And then exhale, just forward fold. Inhale, root down into your feet. Reach your arms up overhead. exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Again, take a moment to pause, to feel where you are, and to take this breath together. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, fold right back down. Take an inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, step back to plank. Shoulders come forward, knees drop. Take as many push-ups as you want. 5, 3, 1, your count. And then back to child's pose, guys. Feet come together, knees get nice and wide. Forehead meets your mat. Take just one round of breath here, breathe in. And then breathe it out. And we'll take it to the other side. So downward dog, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back. Take one round of breath, deep breath in. And then deep breath out. Walk both of your feet together. On your inhale, send your left leg nice and high. On your exhale, bend the knee, let it open up. Take an inhale, drop. Take an inhale. And then on your exhale, draw your left knee into your nose, round and curl it. Inhale, take it up and back. Exhale, draw your knee into your nose. And last one, inhale. And then exhale, draw your knee into your nose. Set that left foot to your left thumb. Low lunge, drop your back knee down. Again, tuck your back right toes. Send the arms above you. And just wiggle around, get set up for a moment. Again, hips drop forward, but root down to lift up and to lean back just a little bit. And keep bringing down this back foot to keep finding length through your spine. Now look up, reach up, let your palms touch. Exhale, cactus your arms. Bring your hands behind your head. Take an inhale, lean back. Stay for exhale. We just breathe for another moment here. Inhale. Exhale. And let's just do one more time together. Inhale, breathing in. And then exhale, breathe out. Inhale, bring your shoulders right over those hips. And then exhale, we twist over towards the left from our bellies. Send the right arm forward, reach the left arm back, core twist. Take an inhale, press down, lift up a little bit more. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. And from here, you might be able to bend a little bit deeper into this left knee. But keep rooting down to lift up at the same time. We recline, so left hand finds your back leg, and just reach your right arm up and back. Stay here for a breath, deep breath in. And then deep breath out. We're gonna find our baby warrior 2 on the ground. So again, this is confusing. Bear with me. You're gonna take your right arm, you're gonna reach it back behind you as the right shin swings so it's parallel to the back edge of your mat. And now wiggle your front foot, your left foot over, so your heel's in line with your back right knee, okay? And then bend that left knee, reach those arms out. You're a warrior 2 on the ground, kind of cool, right? And then notice as you bend that left knee a little bit more, you're gonna feel that stretch your left inner thigh. The shoulders lean back a little bit, so you have a nice open heart. And let's bring a little bit of movement to stretch things out a little bit. So take an inhale, let your left leg straighten a little bit, clap your hands overhead, and then exhale, bend and lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend and lunge. Those 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale. And last one, inhale. And then exhale, we hold. Keep the knee over the ankle. Keep the shoulders back over the hips. And then we recline. Right hand finds your back leg. Reach your left arm up and back. Soften the shoulder away from the ear. And we breathe. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Let your hands find the top of your mat. You're going to frame your front left foot. Wiggle the left foot over. And then swing the right shin back. Crawl the hands forward just a little bit, an inch or 2. And then your hips sink forward. Look up, take an inhale. And then round and drop your head down on the exhale. Look to move your hips a little bit side to side. And see if you can really send breath right into that right hip flexor, which can be really tight for a lot of us. So breathe through that sensation, through that stickiness to create some space. And take one more ounce of breath, breathe in. And then breathe it out. And take an inhale, look up. Exhale, come into half split. So again, your right hip's gonna back up right over your right knee. You're gonna slide your left heel out a little bit. Grab a hold of whatever objects feel nice for you. Take an inhale, look forward as you draw your left booty back. And then exhale, let yourself just fold over that left shin. Let your head be heavy. See if you can flex your left toes a little bit more. That will turn the stretch on a bit. And we're here for about 3-ish rounds of breath. Take one more ounce of breath here, guys. Breathe in. And then breathe it out. Inhale, look forward. On your exhale, bend into your left knee. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your back right knee up. Boop. Look forward, take a breath in. And then exhale, right foot meets the left top of your mat. Take an inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach down into your feet. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, your hands find your heart. And breathe into that space. Take a deep breath in. Take a nice deep breath out. Inhale, reach those arms high. Breathe in. Exhale, fold right back down. Take an inhale, find your flat back. On your exhale, step back to your plank pose. Let your shoulders go past your wrists, knees drop down. Again, your chaturanga or no chaturanga or multiple chaturangas, your call. Do your thing. Child's pose is where we'll all meet, guys. Take 3 deep rounds of breath. Let your forehead hang heavy to your mat. Allow your breath to deepen, especially if your heart rate picked up a little bit. Last rounds of breath, deep breath in. And deep breath out. And then find your downward dog. Tuck those toes under, lift your hips up and back. Breathe here, take a deep breath in. And take a nice deep breath out. Make your way to the top of your mat to meet your hands. Take an inhale, come into your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down into your feet, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach your arms high, breathe in. On your exhale, fold right back down. Take an inhale, come into your flat back, look forward. On your exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat. We're gonna come into crescent pose. Move your right foot over just a touch, so your feet are hips distance, and then reach your arms up overhead. And as you find your crescent, bend a little bit deeper into that right knee. Press back through your left heel a little bit more. It's gonna lengthen your left hip flexor. And same thing you did in low lunge. See if you can lean your shoulders back just a little bit. Same thing, look up, reach up, let your palms touch. Exhale, cactus your arms. Bring your hands behind your head. Take an inhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale, bring those shoulders right over your hips. On your exhale, we twist over towards the right. Same thing, release the arms. Left arm forward, right arm reaches back. Take an inhale, twist a little bit more and exhale. Right hand finds your back leg, reach your left arm up and back. On your exhale, bring your left hand down to the inside of your left foot. Slide your left foot back just a little bit. Bend a little bit deeper into the right knee so it follows with your ankle, and we open up to a twist onto the floor. Take one more ounce of breath here, breathe in, and then breathe it out. Let your left knee find the floor. 2 options, guys. You can take your right hand and reach for that back foot for a nice quad stretch. If this is too much, you're just gonna reach your right arm back and keep letting your hips melt forward like you didn't when we did our last sequence. So just adding to it just a little bit to get into that hip flexor, that quadricep. And if you have the foot, if you wanna add a little bit more sensation, you're welcome to join me. Take an inhale, lift your chest up, and then exhale, squeeze your heel to your butt as you drop your head down. Inhale, opening up a little bit. Exhale, rounding. And last one, inhale. And then exhale. Wherever you are, gently release your hand from your foot. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Same thing, swing your left shin back. We're gonna come into our baby warrior 2 again. So walk your right heel over. So it's right in line with that back left knee. Bend your right knee, let your arms open up. One time this time, take an inhale. Right leg straight into tab, reach your arms up overhead. And then exhale, come back into the stretch. Reverse it, left hand finds your back leg, reach your right arm up and back. On your exhale, side angle variation. So different options. Your right hand can find your right inner foot or on the mat here. You just reach your left arm alongside your ear or left hand behind the head like we've been working. Second option, your hand finds that object. Arm reaches that way or behind your head, okay? So different options here, guys. So you really want to find that length of the spine. So keep pulling, keep pressing down into that back shin. Keep leaning back so your chest opens and keep bringing that left elbow or that left arm over to the right. And keep squeezing this right arm right against your right leg and even bend a little bit deeper as well. And see if you can take your right booty. If you can tuck it underneath you towards the back of your mat, that's going to feel really good as well. Now, if your left arm's extended, bring your left hand behind your head like me. Take an inhale, open it up. Then exhale, let's round and curl in like we did in the beginning of our practice. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, round and curl in. Last one here, guys. Inhale. And then exhale. From here, walk your hands out towards me. Keep your legs exactly as they are. Just walk your arms forward like you would be doing in straddle. Okay? Bend that right knee. Drop your head down and stick your booty back. So our goal here, well, it's not really a goal, but we're trying to target the lower back and side body area, which again, can be pretty tight and tweaky. So by sticking your butt back, by reaching your fingertips forward, it's gonna lengthen your side body. And then bend the right knee a little bit more to get into that outer hip area. Now that your head just dropped down, this feels like a lot. Again, your blocks or your objects are always nice. You can always bring a block underneath your forehead. And just take one more ounce of breath here, guys. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Now we're going to come into lizard lunge. So swing your left shin back to where it was. Walk your right foot to the outside of your mat, to the right side. And then from here, either stay up on your hands like me here. Feel free to come onto your blocks, on the forearms, whatever feels best. And turn your right toes so they're at a diagonal over to the right. Drop your head down, move your hips a little bit side to side. And last round, so breath, deep breath in. And deep breath out. Take an inhale, take your gaze forward. From here, tuck your back left toes under, lift that back left knee up. Step to Malasana, so step your left foot to the outside of your hands. Heels come in, toesies come out. Bring your hands right to your heart. And from here, guys, you're more than welcome to sit onto your, keep calling them objects. Over to sit on your props or whatever you got there. And bring your hands to your heart. Weight goes into your heels. Keep drawing your inner thighs away from one another. And keep pulling the crown of your head up. And let yourself just experience the breath. Let yourself just experience sensation. Again, bring awareness to the thoughts, the feelings, the stuff that happens, the reactions to it. And can you let yourself be in this space? Take a deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. Bring your hands down to the floor. Oh. Feel free to groan it out as you stand up. And then walk your feet together. Take an inhale, come into your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach down into your feet, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And we breathe together, guys. Take a deep breath in. And take a nice deep breath out. Inhale, send those arms right back up. Exhale, forward fold, right back down. Take an inhale, come into your flat back. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Again, shoulders come forward, knees drop. Chaturanga, no chaturanga, your call, guys, whatever you want. And child's pose is what we're all gonna need. We have one more side, and then we're totally slowing it down here. So especially as we work this last flowing side, can you set a little bit more into your breath? Can you set a little bit more into the movement? Take a deep breath in, inhale. And then exhale. Downward dog. Take your toes under, lift your hips up and back. Again, last round here, guys. Take a deep breath in. Take a nice deep breath out. And then make your way to the top of your mat. Take an inhale, come into your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down into your feet, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Last side, here we go. Inhale, reach your arms out, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. On your exhale, step that right foot to the back of your mat and come into crescent pose. So root down through your feet, reach your arms up overhead. It can be a little bit awkward at first, so bend into that left knee. Press back into your right heel. And then notice you're surfing forward above those shoulders. Draw the shoulders back so they line up over your hips, and then draw them slightly together as you lift them up and lean back. Let's add the arms. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Bring your hands behind your head. Take an inhale, open up space. And then exhale. Inhale, find a little bit more length. And then exhale, we twist over to the left. Hey guys. Reach your right arm forward, reach your left arm back. Take an inhale. Twist a little bit more in the exhale. Now right hand finds the inside of your left foot. Bend the left knee, scooch the right foot back just a little bit, and then we open up to a nice twist. Right rib cage is opening up towards the ceiling. Right thigh bone's lifting up. And take a deep breath in. And take a nice deep breath out. Drop your back right knee to the ground. Take your left hand, reach it towards the back of your mat, I should say. And then option to grab a hold of your foot, or just let that left hand keep reaching behind you, whatever feels best. And third option, take an inhale, chest opens. Exhale, round and curl. Ooh, a lot harder on this side. Inhale, let it open. Exhale, round and curl towards the ground. And last one, guys. Inhale. And then exhale. And we stay just for one more round of breath. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. From here, gently release your hand from your foot. You're going to take your left hand and place it to the inside of your left foot. Swing your right shin back. We're going to come back to our baby warrior 2. So right shin parallels the back of your mat. You scooch this left foot over so your heel is aligned with your back knee. Bend the left knee. Reach those arms out. Take one pulse. Inhale, left leg straight. Reach your arm up overhead. And then exhale, bend into it. Reach your arms out. Soften the shoulders. Reverse it, right hand to your back leg. Reach your left arm up and back. And then from here, we're going to come into our side angle, so different variations. Feel free to use your prop to place it to the inside of your left foot. Left hand meets it. Left knee comes over ankle. Right arm reaches high. And then option to reach it alongside your ear, or I like to take this variation, right hand behind the head. Because it forces you to draw the right elbow back and let your chest open. Now notice the left booty wants to stick out. Let's tame it. Pull your left hip back behind you. Pull the crown of your head forward. And then keep rooting that right shin down to lengthen this whole side body. And take one more round of breath here, guys. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Now inhale, lean back just a little bit. Exhale, round and curl in. Inhale, let it open. Exhale, round and curl. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Inhale. Exhale. Now from here, I got a wall here, so I'm kind of like strapped in. So I'm just gonna wiggle myself out a little bit. But from here, walk your hands out towards the right side of your mat. Keep the left knee over the ankle and reach those arms out and drop your head down. You might hear a toddler running around. Let's battle it. Option to place the block underneath your forehead, guys, or whatever props feel good. But we're lengthening the side body. We're getting right into that lower back, the hips, by bending that left knee a little bit more. Take 1 round of breath, guys. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Lizard lunge. So walk your hands to the inside of your left foot. Wiggle that left foot all the way to the edge of your mat. Swing the right shin back to where it was. Take an inhale. Just pull your heart forward. Find that length of your spine. Let the hips drop forward. And then exhale. Find your variation of lizard lunge that feels awesome for you. So it could be on your forearms. It could be on your hands. And then turn those left toesies over to the left. Hips drop forward. And just rock it out. Take 1 round of breath, deep breath in, and deep breath out. So bunch your hands, turn the left toes forward, tuck your back toes under, look forward, take a breath in, and then exhale, Malasana, right foot tips to the outside of your right hand. Again, sit in a block or 2 or 6 or whatever you want. Bring your hands to your heart. Drag your thighs away from each other, pull the front of your head up. Find softness in the shoulders. Find softness in your breath. Challenge yourself to breathe and to be in this very moment. What's it like to engage all of your senses, these feelings, this stuff? Not attaching to it, but just watching it, experiencing it. Take a deep breath in. Take a nice deep breath out. Let your hands find the floor. Run to your waist. You lift your hips up. Walk your feet together, guys. Take an inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Take an inhale, root down into your feet, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach your arms high, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Last little ditty, inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back to plank. Shoulders come forward, knees drop. Chaturanga, no chaturanga. Last little set here, guys. And then child's pose. Bring your feet together. Knees nice and wide. Forehead meets your mat. And take your arms nice and wide here, guys. Just so your shoulders soften across your back a little bit more. Take a nice cleansing breath. Deep breath in. Take a nice deep breath out. And let your head shake a little bit side to side. And let this pose, let this breath, let this shape just be a way of letting your body, your mind, your energy know that you're starting to slow things down. We're starting to slow down our practice, slow down our pace as we make our way towards rest. So See if you can allow your body just to be a little bit more heavy, if it can sink into the floor a little bit more, if you can really allow the ground, the floor, your mat, just to support you, just to hold you. What's it like to take all that weight, that pressure off of yourself, and to let something hold you? So feel this in this moment. This support, this love, this way of letting go, dropping into this space. And even though we're not physically all together, allow yourself to feel the energy of each other. The power of community is presence, but it doesn't have to be a physical presence. It's an energetic one. So let yourself breathe into that space. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. And it's funny, as I just said that, we've been watching a lot of Disney Plus, and I just thought of this quote from Frozen 2. Oh my God. It's something that Olaf says. He says, "I know something that never changes, and that's love." Sorry to pull that out, guys, but I'm watching a lot of Disney Plus lately. All right, take one more round of breath. Breathe in and breathe it out. Let's start to stretch it out. Just a couple more stretches here before Shavasana. So come back into your downward dog. Hips go up and back. Take an inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, let that hip open up. And find your half pigeon pose. So bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Scoot your left toes all the way to the back of your mat. And then draw your left rib cage forward. Now this might feel a lot for some of us, so you're more than welcome to come into figure 4 on your back, and I'll show you that in a second. For those that are coming into half pigeon, you're gonna turn your left rib cage forward a little bit more. If that right hip is lifted, you can just take a sweatshirt, a block, a pillow, place underneath that right hip. And if you can, see if you can also place it right in front of that left thigh too. We'll keep your hips nice and even. And then you'll just start to fold forward. For those that are coming into figure 4, you'll just come onto your back and you'll cross your right ankle right on top of your left thigh. Right hand comes to the triangle of your legs. You'll draw that left thigh in. Take one more ounce of breath, deep breath in, and deep breath out. Now, listen carefully. For those in half pigeon, you're gonna lift your chest up. You're gonna release whatever is underneath your right hip if there's something there, and then you're gonna swing your left leg around. So your right sole of your foot's gonna come right to the inside of the left leg. For those that are on the back, figure 4, you're just gonna rock forward. You're gonna find just like a little tree shape, right sole of the foot to the inside of the left thigh. Now see if you can take your right knee over to the right side of your edge of your mat a little bit, and left leg goes over to the left a little bit. Now from here, take an inhale, sit up nice and tall. So shoulders are gonna be over those hips. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms. Take an inhale, lean back just a little bit. And then exhale, start to tilt over to the left. Your left hand finds your left shin. Take your right elbow, lean it back. And then keep rooting down through your right thigh bone as you take the right elbow over towards the left toes. And then lean back just a little bit more to really get into this lower back heel area. Soften the left shoulder down away from the ear. Take an inhale, even reach the right elbow back a little bit more. On your exhale, try to point that right elbow towards that left knee like we've done before. Inhale. Exhale, round. And last one here, guys. Inhale. And then exhale. Now let your hands frame your front, your left leg, whatever leg this is. And then turn your right rib cage towards that left knee. and then let your head just bow down. See if you can inch your fingertips a little bit further forward. And then draw shoulders in just a little bit. See if you can pull your heart forward just a little bit to get a little bit more length in the back there. And then let your head just fall. And take 1 round of breath. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. And then slowly walk your hands in and make your way back to downward dog. If you're coming into figure 4, just come onto your back and switch sides. For those that are coming into half pigeon, just follow me. Take an inhale, reach your left leg nice and high, bend the knee, let it open up. And then left knee behind the left wrist, off the right toes, the back of your mat. Come onto your fingertips, lift your chest up, take an inhale, and turn your right rib cage forward a little bit more, and exhale. Untuck the toes, lift up a little bit more. Again, position whatever you need to make sure your hips are nice and level and they feel grounded. So you might need to place a sweatshirt or a block underneath that left hip and in front of the right thigh. And then let yourself just fold forward. For those that are coming onto your back, figure 4, lay onto your back, and the left ankle comes right above the thigh. And then left hand through the triangle of your legs and draw your right thigh into your chest. Shoulders are nice and heavy on your mat. Lower back's grounded. Awesome. All right, guys. This is our last little set of postures before we start to slow down for Shavasana. So just take 5 deep, deep rounds of breath wherever you are. Nice little stretch for the hips. Take 1 round of breath, breathe in. And then breathe out. And lift your chest on up. From here, take whatever's underneath that left hip, release it, swing your right leg out to the right. Connect the left sole of the foot to the inside of the right leg. And again, if you're in figure 4, just rock up and you'll just meet us here. See if you can take that left knee a little bit more over to the left. You can take the right leg a little bit more over to the right. Again, shoulders are gonna line up right over those hips. Take an inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Take an inhale, find more length. And then exhale, we just take this shape and we just tilt it over towards the right. Now left elbow is going to want to get a little saggy forward, so lean it back a little bit. Right hand finds your right shin and then root down into this left leg so you can take your left elbow towards your right toes. And then see if you can take your left elbow back a little bit more. Again, that's going to open up more space in that side body, that lower back area. And breathe into it. And take 1 round of breath, deep breath in. And deep breath out. You can inhale, reach that left elbow to back. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, round and curl. And last one here, guys. Inhale, reach that left elbow to back. And then exhale, round and curl. Your hands frame your right foot. Turn your left rib cage to face towards your right toes. Think of your belly button twisting over towards your right toes. And let your forehead just drop down. Again, feel free to inch your fingertips forward a little bit as you stick your butt back. So you're trying to lengthen through the spine as much as you can. Last round of breath, deep breath in. A nice deep breath out. Nice and slow, just lift your chest on up. And we're gonna get ready for Shavasana. So feel free to add that extra layer on. Feel free to turn the lights down. Feel free to get a pillow and a blanket and get ready for sleep. Whatever feels best for you as you prepare for rest. And as you allow yourself to come into your comfortable position, let your eyes close. And again, let the ground hold you, let it support you. Allow yourself to release all that weight we put on ourselves. Let's take a nice cleansing round of breath together. Take a deep breath in. Take a nice exhale through mouth. That feels good. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. And last one here, guys. Inhale. And then exhale. And let yourself just drop into Shavasana. And start to bring awareness to your body and to your breath. Bring movement into your fingers and into your toes. And take a deep breath in. And take a nice deep breath out. And draw your knees into your chest and just roll over to your right or to your left side just for a moment. And then gently make your way up into a seat, just facing towards me. As you come into your seat, let your palms just face up towards the ceiling, let your eyes close again. And take a moment just to feel the effects of this practice. To feel the energy, to feel the sensations. And to recognize this great work that you've done for yourself tonight. To be proud of this time you've created for yourself. And that's breathe. Take a deep breath in. Take a nice deep breath out. And then bring your hands right to your heart center as a sign of gratitude, love for each other, for yourself, for this practice, for this community. Knowing that you're not alone. There's always support and love there. Bow your head down towards your hands, towards your heart. Let this practice bring you love. Let this practice bring you light. Allow your head to lift. Allow your eyes to open. Namaste, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. It's so great to practice with you guys. Hey, Liz. Hey, Meg again. Amy. Oh, hey, Gianna. Oh, this is so great. Hey, Angela. Thank you guys so much for joining tonight. So hope you guys enjoyed this practice. I had a little bit more planned, but I ran out of time. I even went over tonight, so I apologize if we're a couple minutes over, but I wanted to get all that sweet stretches in for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys did go for a run tonight and you want to show us your route or a